Hello everyone, welcome back to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph. Today I thought I'd set myself a challenge. Is it possible to get yourself a cheap, in fact, cheaper than cheap, bonsai and bonsai pot and make it really nice? In fact, when I say really nice, I mean develop a crap tree and a crap pot, a crap planting even, and develop it into a proper bonsai. That's my challenge. Is it possible? Let's go. I talk about, in fact, I don't just talk about, I do. You've heard me say, I've rescued a tree, I've bought something for cheap. I got it in the sale rail. And yeah, they're not that great. So my challenge I'm setting myself today is, can I go to a garden centre or somewhere like that, get myself some crap material and actually make it nice? And can I go somewhere, find myself a really inexpensive bonsai pot, put the two together and eventually make something nice? So, got myself over onto Facebook Marketplace. I found myself a bonsai pot. I'm not even sure you can call it a bonsai pot, it's awful. For £4, I got this horrendous thing. It is large and it'll do the job. At first glance you think, it's not too bad, Christoph. Yeah, it's because I'm angling it at an angle you can't see. The glazing, it's not even finished. Just look at the state of it. And it's the same at the top as well. It's like they thought, well, we've done the hard part, we've shaped it, but I can't be bothered with glazing it. So, I got this marvellous bonsai pot. But I got it, and it was £4. You could lose £4 down the back of the sofa. So I guess step one's done. I managed to get a pot. The next step, can I go and get some material that we can develop into a bonsai? Is that possible? Well, it was winter. Well, getting into winter. And I went to my garden centre and I got myself European hornbeams. I got 9 of them. £18.99 they wanted for it. I'm not paying £18.99. Remember, it's winter, so it's in the sale section. £3. So for £3 I got 9 European hornbeams. What are you thinking? Not bad, Christoph. Good job. That deserves a thumbs up, everybody. Give the video a like. Well done. Yes, I know. So we've got 9 European hornbeams, and as you can see, they started to push out already, so now is the time. I have cut some of them back to give the impression already of somewhat of a forest. Yep, because they were up here. They're all still alive, I think. Well, I hope anyways. So, £3 for some trees, £4 for a god-awful pot. We're going to plant them up, put them together, and we're going to make a forest. Now, the only thing that's costing me money is obviously my bonsai soil. So, if we put these together, in a couple of years, is it possible to make a good planting from next to nothing? I think the answer is quite simple here, really, isn't it? Or have I just come lucky and got myself a cheap crap pot from Facebook Marketplace? That might be the lucky bit. But I think it's doable. Unless the crap trees die. But we'll see as we try and develop them. Let's get into it. Let's get them out of this awful soil. Let's get them on the bench. Let's make this planting. And then obviously, step by step, we'll see if we can develop them. I don't know if you can hear them, but there's 2 cats absolutely going at it. And they're fighting. They're ruining my video. Shut up. Anyway, let's get you on the bench And they've ruined my video. Let's get you on the bench and crack on with this video. Right, here we go. And cats have finally shut up and carry on this video. Right, let's have a look at getting these out of this pot. Oh, bloody cats. Oh, so I've got mould at the bottom of this. So, good job we're doing this now. Alright, start by getting these out. Let's get rid of this moss. Hopefully these trees are not too tangled up. I've no idea how long these have been in this pot. As I say, I've purchased this from a local garden centre. On the off chance we're going to do this challenge. Set myself. In fact, this will be a nice challenge to set anyone else. So if anyone else would like to give this a go out there, you're more than welcome to have a go. See if you can do something similar. Cheap as possible. Get yourself out there. Cheap pot, cheap trees. Get yourself a landscape going. Get yourself a nice forest. Or a nice tree on its own. Might be worth a laugh. Bit of fun. But anyway, let's see how bad these roots are. So I've got some roots here already. Going into this one. I don't mind them meshing together, but ideally I'd like them to be meshing together once I've planted them up. So it's going to be difficult to untangle these. Especially these ones in here. It might be worth just grabbing a saw and going straight in toward the bottom. So I'll tell you what, I'll have a go at this and I'll come back when I'm further into it. I've washed all the roots out on all of these trees. Turns out I've got 10 trees in total. Which is a nice headache to have because I want 9 in total, which gives me an option of leaving one left over, which probably could be this one because my roots are here. I've just trimmed it here, but I'm just going to trim it right across this section here for now, having that as my root base, which would put my tree on a funny angle. So I'm going to cut again here, so that would be flat there. That would be my base of my tree. So that's my first tree trimmed. So I don't know if I'm going to be using this one, but the option's there. It's all trimmed up nicely. So I'm just going to put that to one side. Now back to the main trees. I hope you can see because my screen is so... the sun is shining so brightly on it I can't see. So if I just trim it there, I can see. So here, I'm just going to trim this one off there. Come in, take that off, there, and I'm going to take this, like a standing leg, nip that off. There, it goes up. These ones all bend downwards. Just going to nip. Need a pair of scissors. an awful root base. Just going to leave that one up high, so it's got all the roots on it. Next tree, as you can see, I've got all these roots coming up here, here and here, and then I've got all the ones at the bottom just here. I'm going to cut this because this is actually the tap root, and then I'm going to leave all these roots. These can spread out and that will hold the tree in place. So that's that one done. This is one of the bigger trees. I'm going to come in, I'm going to cut right in between this section here. Flush cut, just like that. Take that off, that off. These ones growing up. These ones that high. And then I'm just going to leave everything else just like that. That one's done. Same again, you've got a big tap root. Just going to come in, flush it level. In fact, I'm just going to go on. Cut it flush there. Them's the roots I'm going to leave. Similar tree, nice big tap root. I'm going to cut the tap root off and I'm going to save these ones as the main root. If you can see that. Just going to come in. Take all that mud out. Again, got to remember this is a forest planting, so the root system itself doesn't have to be perfect like you would if it was a single tree. I previously cut this one. I'm not sure if this one's going to survive. I will plant it up. These are just too high up. Let's take them off. Let's remove this inner one. Get into it. There's no flex in it at all. That's just in the way. Just going to bring this one back. This one's still too high. Bring that one back. Again, just going to leave that one as is. Again, I'm going to get rid of the tap root, which is this section here. This root system's awful. This one might not even survive. In fact, this is the worst root system on it at all. Is this tree even alive? It is, but barely. Right, I'll plant that one, but I don't really think much of it. Nor do I think it'll survive. In fact, what I will do is, while I'm here, I'm going to cut right in the middle. And that's all I'm going to leave of that tree. In fact, I'm going to plant it right on the edge. I will have that as my outer tree, just on the edge of the planting. I've got this nice big tree here. While we're here, I'm going to take this middle one out. I've got all this bottom section I should get rid of. Just like that. Nice set of roots. Let's get rid of this top section. All too high. It's got not bad root system on this one. Nice tree, nice root system. Right. So the root system's all done. I do need to reduce the height on those trees, but for now I just want to get them in, at least in the planting, arranged, so I know where we're going with it. I chose 2 trees for my front. So I've got this one and this one. Now I think I'll probably put this one as the front, right up here. Large, glad and proud, right up here. So this back set, this one's going to come off completely. Just snip that there like that, and I think that's going to come off as well. So if I put that there, and this one can come next to it. Now I finished potting it all up. I've added some rocks as well. One, because it looks really nice, but two, and most importantly, pushing the rocks in helps keep the trees sturdy and in position. So here we go. I'll give you a nice little spin. The front, as you can see, and then slowly coming around to the side. And then as we move around to the back, I did put the worst side of the pot at the back. So as you can see, it's terrible. Coming around to the other side, got the nice lean of the forest on this side, as if the sun's on this side predominantly. Most of the trees lean. There you go. So for now, I'm just going to try and let that recover. This tree obviously does need bringing back into shape, but for now, everything's going to try and grow in. This is the dominant tree. What I want to do is let that grow up a little bit, and then I will cut accordingly in a more of a conical shape as the tree starts to grow in and develop. So this one obviously needs to cut right back, probably down to a bud here that grows outwards. That's my thinking anyways. This one here will need reducing, either reducing down here or completely taking off. Thinking taking off completely. I did decide to take this one off here, and this probably needs to go as well. But for the time being, just going to let it recover. Did do quite a bit of root pruning on at least some of them. I'm not 100% convinced all of them are going to survive. On the planting on the whole, we've got 9 trees in there. I did find that I had 10 trees that I purchased, not 9, so I've got a tree spare. I've planted that one up as well separately, so if one tree dies, hopefully I can replace it with the other one. If not, we can always have a planting of 7 rather than a 9. We can take one out if two die. But yeah, I've got 1 or 2 in there that are suspect, and we might lose 1 or 2, but fingers crossed we don't lose any. So yeah, can we make a forest, or can we make a planting? Can we make a slash bonsai with cheap material pot included in that? Well, I think the answer is I'm not sure yet. It depends whether these trees survive. So there you go, there's the nice walk through, as if we're in the forest. So down at ground level, there's all the nice rocks. You're looking up, you just imagine these filling out. Let's pull back a little bit so you can have a look. There we go. There's the planting. So this is the branch I was saying. Probably going to do something about this. That's the one we're going to probably either take back or remove. The tree I was saying, this is the one that's too long. On the right side, we're going to have to take that right back, probably to this bud here. And then over on the left side, we removed a branch off that one. And then at the back here, this long branch that goes out the back, that's probably going to have to go as well. That's how she looks currently. Not too bad if I say so. So I challenged myself. Can I make awful material and an awful pot look good in bonsai? I think yes. Yes, you can do it. And yes, I did do it. Well, as long as the trees survive, that is. So when people say your bonsais need to be expensive, no, they don't. I mean, show quality, yes, they do. But if you want to go and play about and get into the hobby, such as myself, no, your trees don't need to be expensive. Just go out there, have a bit of fun. Sorry, the sun's blinding. Go out there, have a bit of fun. Get in there, get practicing. Just go and work with what you've got. Just look at me. I've just made a forest out of £7 plus my bonsai soil. Alright, that's a little bit more expensive, but that's no here nor there. As long as them trees survive, in a couple of years, I'm gonna have a nice little forest. And if you do the same, just go and get yourself a sale bargain, couple of trees over the winter that I've sort of neglected and nobody wants. Throw them in a nice little pot. Alright, my pot's not nice. But you get yourself a half decent pot, you get yourself a nice little bonsai forest, or a nice little bonsai, or a group planting, or a clump, or whatever style bonsai you want to play with. The answer is always yes. And especially if you've done it yourself, it's the effort and time. It's more than likely. In fact, it's not more than likely. It's definitely a yes. Your hard graft is always worth the time and effort more than someone else's graft. Whether theirs is show worthy or not, you've put your effort and time, it's always going to be worth a lot more to you than it is to somebody else. So go out there and go and play with your trees. Anyway, if you found this one informative, enjoyable, enlightening maybe, please do like and drop me a comment. And as always, I'll see you next week. And please do subscribe. Let's grow this channel. See you in the next one, everybody. Thanks for watching. I need a drink. It's really warm out here today. See you now. Bye bye.